You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and Sunny Mounts, what are the Gaming Dragon? Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Blazing Passion. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Not easy, huh? This is our daily routine. From this perspective, I think that bitching customers aren't such a bad thing after all. The wolf laughs as we bend down to put the crate down. Then he rests against the shelf. You know, even if the organization of this whole cohesion thing needs to be reworked, I really liked your poem. I can't help giggling as I do my best to fight the blush rising to my cheeks. It wasn't meant to be read aloud. Well, I think the mediator is right about you. You're good at this stuff. You'll have to stop with the compliments, otherwise I'll faint. Tell me what you wrote instead. Nah, believe me, it's really not worth it. My kind sir is quite humble. I appreciate that. I'm more of a realist. I'm not a great artist, never was. I have to admit that this time spent in Arthur's company is suddenly much more enjoyable, and here I am trying to find a way to make small talk with him without weirding him out. I suppose that's not the outfit you normally wear to work downstairs, not exactly appropriate according to the regulations. What, the tie? Yeah, I wanted to give a good impression. He looks up at me and down before resuming. Well, not that it gives a bad impression to be dressed differently. You can say I look like a mess, you know. It's not my usual style either. I managed to coax a smile out of him, but he still seems a little embarrassed by what he just said. Come on, I can make a little effort. I'm the one who got him into this state after all. So, what do you do for a living? Well, apart from work, I mean. Someone is surprisingly sociable today, I must say. Oh, well, I like gardening. It's a bit of work, too, I suppose, but it relaxes me. Don't say that within earshot of your colleague, or I'll think you're gay. He wouldn't be entirely wrong, I guess. I can't help smiling when I hear him say that. Ooh, so that's why you defended me. Did you take his remark personally? No, I only intervened because Kevin was acting like an asshole. Fair. Well, anyway, it's true that gardening is great. Unfortunately, I don't have a garden anymore, so I have to make do with houseplants. But at this point, I don't know if I can really call it gardening. Yeah, the important part is to have something to take your mind off the daily grind, and to distract ourselves from the bullshit cohesion exercises too. Ooh, yeah. That aside, I regret my morning a little less now. Not that this whole circus has been useful, but it's good to be able to joke around a bit. Yeah, we don't have too many people to talk to down there, so it's a change from the routine. I can imagine, and I think it's a shame we don't see each other more often, because it would be good for the company's morale. Arthur simply nods with a smirk until the dragon's voice echoes through the room. Right, I think it's time to end this exercise. Come back and take a seat. We're going to debrief the session. The rest of the morning is devoted to the feedback we have to give to the mediator, as well as the conclusion of what these exercises were supposed to bring us. I say supposed to, because said conclusion is more worthy of a low-grade philosophical tirade about the benefits of teamwork and getting to know each other. Fortunately, Arthur doesn't give Kevin time to say anything more, as every time he tries to make an inappropriate remark, he glares at him. Oh, coffee is done. At last, we are released by noon. Would you like to go for a bite together? I'd love to, but unfortunately I have to keep a professional distance. That said, I can only encourage this initiative between members of the company. I'm not even sure Anna was talking to him, to be honest. Yeah, that sounds great. I know a little Italian restaurant around the corner. It's a bargain and the food is delicious, especially if you like pizza. I'm in too. Yeah, nah, not for me. Oh no, what a huge loss. I'll never get over it. So, it's with the light of spirit of knowing... Oh, goodness, bless me. So it's with the light spirit of knowing there will be no coach in professional relations nor professional pain in the ass that we leave the company building. Oh, God. Ugh, there we go. Okay. During the trip, Anna and Arthur get to know each other a little better as I wring my brains to remember the route. It's not every day I get the chance to eat in a restaurant, even if the prices are affordable. Once we're seated, Arthur at my side and Anna opposite me, it doesn't take long for me to pounce on the menu and show it to the wolf. I recommend the Capricciosa. Capricciosa? Really, I'm Italian and I'm not familiar with that word. I recommend the Capricciosa. It's the chef's specialty and it's delicious. Ham, mushrooms, tomatoes, artichokes, all on a mozzarella base. I think I'll trust you on that one, but you'll have to pay me back if it's not up to scratch. He says this with an impassive expression before following up with a grin that could almost make me melt. Of course, and you want interest as well? Be happy that I'm taking you to this place, to this palace of gastronomy. I also thought he was exaggerating the first time he brought me here, but no, it's really worth it. I'll be off on the Capricciosa then. I'm trying to get that pronunciation right. While my two eating companions joke together, my mind wanders as I smell the lingering scent of roast chicken in the air. As my gaze settles on the spit-roasted poultry circling over a slow fire, I suddenly feel an erection creep up my crotch. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm hungry, but not that hungry! Jesus. As I let a towel slide across my lap, I try to regain awareness of my surroundings with embarrassment. Fortunately, no one seems to have realized what's going on down there. And finally, our deliciously steaming pizzas are served before our stunned eyes and quivering nostrils. I'm not waiting any longer before pouncing on mine and biting right into it, letting out a sigh of contentment when the taste reaches my taste buds. While enjoying my meal, I glance curiously at Arthur to see if he likes my suggestion. And given that he's devouring the pizza as if it were an appetizer, I figure that on some level he must be enjoying it. Our eyes meet at that moment while he still has a bit of mozzarella dripping from his lips, and I can't help but giggle as he licks it off in an attempt to make the cheese disappear. Sorry. I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, it's delicious, no question about it. Deliciously cheesy, yes. We then return to our silent appreciation of the Capricciosa, which a few sighs of pleasure break up from time to time. Then, having finished his meal, Arthur gets up to dash off towards the toilets. I'll be right back. Anna takes the opportunity to turn to me with a big smile, then nudges me. He's not half bad, is he? Do you think I'd stand a chance? I nearly choked before reaching for a towel to wipe myself off. I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but I don't think he's swinging your way, if you know what I mean. Oh, is he? Yep. You should give it a go then. He's kind of cute. Anna. No, really, there's something to try here. It'd be a waste not to. Before I have time to reply, the wolf comes out of the toilet, and I cast a jaded glance at my colleague to signify that this discussion is over. Say, Arthur, do you live alone? Holy fuck, what a bloody sort of way to bring this up. Huh? Yes, why? Oh, no reason. I know Pierre's single too, so I was thinking I'm surrounded by sexy bachelors. Someone get me out of this situation, I beg you! I don't really have time to develop any relationships. I spend my time at work or gardening, and that's not exactly optimal for meeting someone. He then gives me an embarrassed look as if he's just as trapped as I am. But I'm not against the idea, per se. Is this an invitation? Oh, I'm already taken. I see the vixen suddenly turn to me out of the corner of her eye. What? But you never told me. It's complicated, that's all. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't know why, but Anna and Arthur seem simultaneously disappointed by this revelation, which thankfully leaves me in peace to enjoy my delicious pizza. But thinking about it, I wouldn't say no to Arthur if the opportunity arose. I mean, he's cute, not a total idiot, and obviously sporty. I'm even surprised he's not already settled, to be honest. While these thoughts fill my mind, the clock is ticking and we need to end our break. So it's with relatively little enthusiasm that we return to the shop for the rest of the day, while Arthur goes to the warehouse on his own, not without exchanging contacts beforehand. In the evening, once I'm home, I barely have time to relax when the phone rings. I look at the name above the number calling me and blink before taking a deep breath. Hi, Luke. Yo, hey, how's it going? Pretty good, just got home from work, but had a fun day with the coworkers. How about you? Exhausted, I can't wait to get home. I can imagine. By the way, you'll never guess what I found at an old junk shop. Tell me about it. There was a Hellish Devotion vinyl record in good condition. Well enough to listen to anyway. We'll do that when I get back. That'd be great, yeah. There's a silence and I clear my throat as if I'm having trouble expressing myself. What's wrong? Nothing, really, it's just I've been thinking about you a lot lately. More than usual, you mean? Yeah, I went back to that Dolce Vita. The place has changed quite a bit since you left, but the food is still good. Be nice to eat there together one day. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Okay. Did you go with your colleagues? Yeah. Don't worry, they're just friends. Yeah, but don't let me down. You know what happened last time. I wasn't planning to. Anyway, my project is progressing, so maybe I'll join you before you're done. You don't have to worry about that. You know I love you, don't you? I know. I love you too, Pierre. I'll always love you. Anyway, I've got to go. Someone's asking for me. I'll call you back later. Yeah. Have a good evening. Good night. And with that, I close my phone and sigh. The smell of gasoline is now mingling with that burnt latex, and it's getting into my head to the extent that it's giving me a headache. I really need to get my mind off things. So I head for the bathroom to take a cold shower, and that brings me back down to earth for a bit. But I'm too tired to work on anything, so I'm going to bed early tonight. As the days go by, Arthur and I continue to talk long distance, since work doesn't really allow us to meet. And every time he talks to me, I get this feeling that I shouldn't, but nevertheless, I keep doing it. And then the weekend finally arrives, accompanied by an invitation to go out from Arthur. My hesitation is long, but my desire to socialize wins out, and Anna's company isn't enough. I need more. But maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe I should. No, get it out of your head, Pierre. As I walk out, putting on my best jacket, I realize I don't even know what we're going to do. Well, a bit of a surprise can't do any harm in such a monotonous life, so it's after a good 30 minutes walk that I meet up with Arthur near a nature park in the city. He's dressed more casually than he was at our cohesion meeting, and I have to say it suits him rather well. Plus, the warm smile he gives me as I approach instantly sweeps away all my gloomy thoughts. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. How have you been? Same. I don't have enough weekends. And in the best company at that. I can't help but let out a chuckle at such good spirits. Don't push it too far. I might get the wrong idea of your intentions. I wouldn't dare. Anyway, I just wanted to take a little walk in nature, or the nearest thing to it anyway, in a city. That's an excellent idea. The wolf takes the lead and I follow close behind, watching the trees as they give us the benefit of their shade. It's the middle of the spring, so the flowers are shimmering with 1,000 colors in the sunshine. Have you been here before? Nah, to be quite honest, I don't go out much these days. Is there a reason for that? Well, it doesn't matter. From the look on your face, it looks like it does matter. It's the job, that's all. It's more than that. I understand, it's overwhelming sometimes. That wouldn't work if I could live without money. Oh, I totally get that, but, oh well, I guess you didn't bring me here to talk vacuum cleaners. Sorry about that. You don't have to be. Besides, who knows, maybe you can impress me with your knowledge on vacuum extensions. He laughs and winks at me, which brings a little bit of sweetness back into my heart. If you keep talking to me about vacuum cleaners, I swear I'm going to shower you with useless information until you'd rather pass the broom for fear of my infinite expertise on the subject. Huh, terrifying. That's right, you better be afraid. It feels so good to be able to say stupid things, to be able to share a simple good time without any pressure. But something inside me is eating me up. I want more. Always more. I shouldn't be doing this, but after all, we've been asked to expand on our feelings, so I'm just respecting the company's wishes. Say, Luke. Luke? Sorry, my mind's elsewhere. Arthur. Yeah? I lied the other day at the restaurant, and again today. I'm not in a relationship. Well, not anymore to be precise. I was with someone, but it ended badly. We're no longer together. I feel like the lie is ripping my tongue out, but I can't take it anymore. I need it. Oh, and that's why you're upset? Yeah, I don't really feel like going out or much of anything else, really. Except now with you, it's been pleasant. Thank you. No, I'm the one who should be thanking you. While rubbing my eyes, I let out a long sigh, trying to push the truth into a corner of my mind. Honestly, I don't know why I lied. I think I panicked when Anna brought it up. I didn't expect it to happen. Or maybe it's also because I'm afraid of starting from scratch, of building something and having it fall apart again. Anyway, I'm sorry. Don't worry, I understand. Arthur motions for me to follow him as he walks over to a bench and sits down on it, and I immediately do the same. To be perfectly honest, I had my eyes on you before you told me you were in a relationship. Oh, that's flattering, but why? We hardly know each other. It's hard to explain, but I think your poem resonated with me. I didn't really believe in all that crap about opening up to others, but this spoke to me. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for what I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silver, and thank you for going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits and get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5 already, I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!